All right, y'all. We are definitely not in the garage today. I'm actually in the Great Smokey Mountains National Park. I am just adjacent to the cable house. Now, I do apologize if you're having trouble understanding what I'm saying, but I'm in a public area and I am wearing a mask. What you're seeing here is not a natural creek. This is man-made. There's a lot to this, and it's actually pretty sharp. It's some pretty sharp thinking. And I just eat this up. Because to me, this is like some really, really smart thinking. Okay. Let's get out of here. I'll show you the beginnings. If I can walk on these rocks without slipping and falling. Okay, right here we have a control. Look here. Bolt right here. And we got a little lock on the other side of it, but it's connected, holding this board in this one position. So this board goes over here, right here. You see, it controls this, which is controlling that. Basically, it's a valve. It's a piece of wood, several pieces of wood that controls the valve. Yes, we do have water coming out here, but not a lot. So, water goes down through there. This is all really amazing. But see, they also have it, a little dam here that's holding back some pressure. Okay, holding back some of the water, some pressure. So what's that? Enough wood against the log. Wood boards driven into the ground against the log. That's an old tree, a log. So, now, while this was rebuilt by the park, while this all was rebuilt by the park, this was thought up by folks that lived in areas like this in Cades Cove. Like I said before, I'm just adjacent to the cable house. That house over there, that's not the cable house. Okay? But you come down here, now look how wide it is. How wide the creek bed is. We get here, it starts narrowing up a little bit. If you keep going, it keeps going narrower and narrower. Also too, you'll notice these boards here. They're providing, and you got the dirt here that's behind these boards. But basically what it's doing is it's making this, and then that bank over there, on the other side over there, that's making this narrower. Now what happens to water or fluids, this is all hydraulics. So, but when you narrow its pathway, a fluid's pathway, it starts flowing, it starts having more force. It starts flowing a little faster. You're decreasing the amount of fluid, but you're driving up the pressure. If you look, just keep on looking, see down here, it gets even narrower. You see, this is all done without any kind of concrete. So, This is all pretty awesome to me. I love this. This is, being able to think up all this stuff and do all this stuff. I'll show you a little bit more here in just a minute. Okay, now if you look here, you see these boards are on top. If you look, they're fitted down over these boards. Okay, they got a nail driven through them, but it helps to hold this water, these boards, these uprights, keep them from spreading out. Keep them from spreading out and laying over. So this is all pretty amazing. As a matter of fact, look here. The water is actually, look there, there's water. There's water flowing there. Look down here, we can see light from the other side. Yeah. See right over there, that white house is the cable house. Now the water keeps going in that trough all the way down here to this right here, the grist mill, this water wheel. See it right there. And I've actually seen that son of a gun working, and it does actually work. It turns a big pair of grist mill stones like these and grinds up corn and wheat and all sorts of things like that. Basically how these work is really simple. One of these is turned by that water wheel, and another one stays stationary. You see this one here is worn down quite a bit. But yeah, you see that one, it's actually got metal bands around it. Pretty thick metal bands actually too. But we go back over here. See, this is a opening right here, just like that other opening up. Sorry about that glare. Maybe we can get a better picture of it. Yeah, see, right there. See the bolt, the holes in the board there. See, that's just an opening right there. We can open it up more and more and more and get more water through there. And see, we have a diversion right there. So water diverts over, goes down through there, goes over to the creek, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just right over yonder. It's not very far. Maybe about maybe 50 yards away. So you can see another valve. See that board sticking up there like a handle right there next to that window? You could reach out that window, push up that valve, push that board down, open that valve up, or pull it up and close the valve off. You can see that waterway is completely supported by all this cribbing right here. All these logs, little short logs. I just think the way they built all of this is just, to me, is pretty amazing. They have a little creek that takes the water down and out through there. Yeah, just a little creek that takes the water that's used, it takes it out. Probably goes back over to the regular creek. Now, of course, yes, this is a lot of work. to do all this, but this is what people had to do at one time. This is all what people had to do at one time. So I'll show you a little bit more here in just a minute. Okay, I always like to see this thing when I come up here. This is an International Harvester. This is number 6. This is a sickle bar mower. This thing is propelled by these wheels right here. What happens is you got a ring and pinion in here. So you'd have this pinion gear, it would be turning this ring gear, which was turned by this gear right here, which was turned by the wheel. You could even engage and disengage this thing. See that little piece there moving right there. It would turn, this would turn that shaft, that would turn that wheel right there, which would move that arm back and forth and move those blades back and forth like scissors. See? But there's even a control handle right over there too as well. But you could see these blades here would move back and forth. You know, in a motion like that. The grasses would come in here, and this would pinch the grasses against these blades, or not blades, these protectors. Rock protectors is what they call them. At least that's what I've always called them. So, anyway. International Harvester number 6. Also, I just wanted to show you this here. That's a hinge for this door right here. Okay? And if you notice, it's reinforced with old horseshoes. I just love the way they did all this stuff, because they did it without having to go to the store and buy everything. They made it right at home. Although lots of times they didn't have any options. It was either do it here or forget it. What I also like about this whole channel here, or spillway, where the water's coming through, you notice it's pretty watertight. There's some leaks, but not very many. So, this is all pretty fascinating to me. I just thought I'd make a little video on it and show it off there to you, and let you all see it. And, you know, so if you like this, give it a nice little thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, or ideas about this, drop them down below. And I hope you liked it. Thank you. God bless.